Welcome to the COMiX Market Watch, where we look at the news happening behind the scenes in the industry that brings you comics. Brought to you by Comic Book Advocates, where the love of comics comes first. And make sure to renew your geek card over at Geek Insider. This show is anchored by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish monsters and more. The giver of free hugs and spanks, and he even has a club you can join called the Sinners Club. Now for the show. Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? It is Tuesday, Groundhog Day, February 2nd, and we're going to talk to you about what's coming off the comics market in our COMiX Market Watch show today. We're going to give you all the news or stories too that you're going to want to know about. We're going to keep you updated. This is going to be a great show. It's our first one in February, and it's going to be a great show because we're covering some great creators today and some great creative news. So stay tuned and watch everything that's going on. I'm quickly going to make sure that we're not having any mic issues like I like to do, and make sure that I can get all the comments from you great and some great creative news. All right, some from you great creators and fans. All right, here we go. Public, so they should be coming over in a few seconds. In the meanwhile, let's get to the news. Let's jump right in, and we're going to talk about the Comic Book Advocates Indie Comics virtual show floor, and it's been explained. It's here in our newsroom. Just click the link, and you'll find out everything you need to know about it, including how you can get your table or find your favorite artist / creator / writer. And also check out we have a vendor section. We have a whole bunch of stuff. Get in there and check it out today. We're going to go over the news for Monday right now. This is all the things that happened on our Newswire on Monday, including the fact that we actually created a local comic book shop group. So if you know a local comic book shop that you think needs extra promotion, and this is a direct result of last year when comic book shops felt like they weren't being helped enough, we wanted to do something to make them feel like we're paying attention. So we created a group, and it goes with our actual directory here on site, which you can actually see on the right, or let's see, it's in our menu now. I have to put it on the right side here, but it's in our menu at the top of our page right here. We now have a comic book shop directory. So anyone can get access to it, and it's right next to our Independent Creators Awards and our Indie Spirit Hall of Fame. So check it out today. New on Comixology, February 21. All the comics and manga arriving. Ooh, some good stuff here. And if you're looking to sell your books, head over to the ComicsCon table, which is now allowing art. There was a debate about it, and people wanted to be able to sell art from the group, so that's what we're allowing. Art is now allowed in that group as well. We have a comic book preview brought to you by FlickeringMyth.com for Vampirolas. And I know I'm saying it a little off. I apologize. It's a dyslexic thing. Valentine's Day Special 21. Check out to see if this is going to be your Valentine this year. By the way, Games Radar brought us the new On Comixology link, and there's our indie virtual show floor. Check it out today. It's always open 24/7. We have another preview for you coming from FlickeringMyth.com. This is comic book preview Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures #1. This is from IDW, and they venture into the High Republic era. Find out what happened before the Skywalkers took the fame of Star Wars. Great show last night. Geek Speak went on to talk about crowdfunding and comics in general. Luke Stone was on there. Some other great creators visited the show. Check it out today, hosted by Meredith Logren. And here we go. Black Panther Kingdom of Wakanda spin-off series is coming to Disney+. That's right. This is brought to us by comicbook.com. You're going to get more content from them. It's a very confusing time with Black Panther. No one knows what the next movie's really going to be focusing on due to the untimely and very heartbreaking passing of the main actor, Chadwick Boseman. And they're still trying to figure out how to not only do the series justice, but pay their respects to a fallen fellow creator. He was a great person by all accounts, and he did a fantastic job as an actor. He will be missed. Luke Stone, we are officially live. All first day backers will get a free Clarin print, and that was a great print. I'm sorry if you missed it, but there's still some great rewards. Check it out today. They had a great, fantastic day one. They were able to hit their goal and start talking about stretch goals and talking about new goals. Jeff Wright cast as Batman in the new HBO Max podcast project. He's gone from Commissioner Gordon to Batman. Now that's a promotion. Some sad news coming out of Hollywood as Dustin Diamond has died at age 44 after a short battle with cancer. And we don't know how short it was. We just know that we only found out about it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's kind of sad news. Dustin was, of course, Screech on Saved by the Bell, and he represented a lot of comic book nerds and geeks. He was our representation in the mainstream popularity of, nerddom and being with the cool kids. So that's kind of a big loss for us here that are nerds and geeks. There was the person who played us, and now he's passed on. And condolences to his family and to all those people who know him. I know it's got to be a great shock for a lot of people to wake up and find out that Screech has left the building. Hopefully he gets saved by the bell in heaven, and our hearts go out to his family. Kevin Smith, Neil Gaiman re-team with iconic comic artists for the Hero Initiative auction. They're coming together to make sure that they raise money for the great causes. And check it out at comicbook.com for the full story. Richard Rivera shares with us that The Adventures of Byron, War of Rotisserie is now available via previews. Get your copy today. It's a Scoot imprint under Scout Comics. You can go call up your local comic book shop and tell them, get me a copy of The Adventures of Byron it's an April release. So, and you'll pick up your copy in April. Keanu Reeves, powerful immortal warrior god, gets bloody in the new Berserker image for Keanu Reeves' upcoming comic series. Berserker showcased the immortal warrior absolutely destroying his opponents in a violent fashion. Definitely shades of past characters he's played. And I'm excited about it. Can't wait to get my copy. I actually backed that Kickstarter, so I'm pretty excited, pretty stoked. Can't wait to see what Keanu came up with. Because, of course, we all know how Keanu feels about comics. And just in case this is your first show and you don't know how Keanu Reeves feels about comics, well, let's let him tell you with his own words.
Comics are awesome.
Yes, indeed they are. And we're so happy to see. They are so awesome, and we're happy to see not only Keanu promoting his book, but he was also promoting the local comic book shops, which we covered on the brand new show yesterday. We have the new show. For those who don't know, we just started one. We're seeing it's in pilot season for the rest of the month. It's Mondays in to know. That's why we're not talking about the weekend for the first time on this show. We already took care of that yesterday. We have some very soon news from our good friend Milan, and he says that a superhero parody series from the co-creator of All-Star, the successful Kickstarter graphic novel, will have exclusive sketches, craft beer, good laughs, and more. There you go. This is going to be on Kickstarter soon, so stay tuned. New Gods writer Tom King teases Mr. Miracle role in the new DC movies. For those who don't know, DC is planning to do New Gods movies, and that's plural. I believe they said it was going to be a trilogy at some point. So Tom King is given, and he's attached to the project, and he's given us some information of what we could and couldn't see. Check out the full story over at comicbook.com. Some exciting news from Mike Seeley. This is his character, Eclipse. It enters the Continuum and opens a creative portal to a universe unknown to you till now. Enter the Continuum. It's going to be part of our launch of Enter the Continuum. The Continuum launches on February 14th, and it's going to be part of and in the beginning of a library of creative tales from creators. Stay tuned for more information on that, as we're going to be having a special this Thursday at 11 a.m. to go over everything about the Continuum. And also, quick heads up, that's while it's created and art is by Mike Seeley, I am actually the story editor, and Bobby Gregory has the writing credits. So you're going to have to definitely check it out. Something new from Bobby Gregory coming out this year. Comic books to inspire kids in cancer fight. This is brought to us by BrandonSun.com. A mutual love for comics brought two unlikely partners together to create a comic book for kids going through cancer treatment. This is kind of amazing that they took the time to do this. I'm so inspired by creators like this who go out of their way to help kids. And of course, children are our future. That's not some silly slogan, but it's the actual fact. And sometimes children, unfortunately, go through cancer, and it's a struggle for a child to have to go through it. Something like this is just an amazing thing, and I think these creators are doing what they're doing. Amazing art. I said this, and I stand by it. Raheel Mohsin always amazes me with his range as an artist and constant need to improve his skills by learning new techniques. It's great to watch an inspired creator. And that's just what he is. And these are swipes for stages, WIP, from Of Shadows and Playthings, written and lettered by Eddie Harrington for a secret monster anthology. Ooh. So something cool is coming out later this year, so you'll have to stay tuned to Raheel Mohsin and see what he's got coming up next. And of course, there will be a sequel to Cat Dad this year. The Comics News Wire brings us from FlickeringMyth.com a comic book preview for King in Black, Marauders #1. Check out the Marauders up to, as for those who don't know, Kitty Pryde is now the Queen in Red. So, the Queen in Red. So check it out. See what this brand of Marauders are doing, and it's definitely interesting. There's an excitement within the X titles this year. I'm very, very excited about. That all started last year with the Sword of X beginning, and now things are really starting to heat up. It's been a great run. Shepherd is coming out tomorrow, and this is going to be published by Scoot Comics. It's under the horror imprint Black Caravan, and it arrives in your local comic book shops tomorrow. One of the featured covered is this Treasure by David Mack, so check that out tomorrow at your local comic book shop, or call them today and see if they're getting a copy that they can hold for you, just so you don't miss out. Something new from The Flash, finally. We haven't heard anything from this series in a little bit. They have finally released a trailer and given us a date. They will be back in March. So if you're a fan of The Flash, go over to comicbook.com, click the link in our newsroom for you from the Comics Market Watch, and check out what they're teasing you with. This all can be found at comicbook.com. Hey, this is from Henri Campan, and he just said, I just got done reading some really amazing books written, published, or advocated by the most advocating advocator in all comics, Rob Anderson. Hey, that's me. Cat Dad and Superman #1 literally brought me to tears. I think every parent should give this book to their children. There is so much to be taken from, and it's now being put out by Scout Comics soon. So these copies in the photo here are all we have in stock from the original first printing. This is a book Rob, that's me, has heavily advocated for, and it belongs in your collection. Books are signed by Bobby Gregory, Rob Gregory, Bobby Gregory, too, by the way. Yep. Really cool, because I'm going to be on the show today. Obviously, I know what this is. And this just came out like 11 minutes ago, so this is how quickly I get you guys the news. Before I go on to the last minute, I'm updating. Now, what kind of advocator would Rob be if he wasn't helping other independent creators get their work out too? That's what these advocator books in the top left are all about, featuring the work of some indie comic some of indie comics' greatest voices. I have no doubt will move those books super quick to be sure you know what. Finally, the piece that catches my attention the most is Barbara Unleashed. This is a piece that I think is so important and so well done. We only have one set of all the books made so far. We're going to talk about this book, but fair warning, this is a not safe for work topic. So if you're easily offended, change the channel or watch something on PBS. Join us at 1 p.m. PST, 2 p.m. at MST, 3 p.m. CST, or 4 p.m. EST, so many time zones, for a 1-hour virtual signing that'll blow the lid off the entire internet. These books are moving fast, and that's the idea, so stay frosty and get ready to call it as you see it. Oh, man, I'm pretty excited about this. Thank you. Blown away. When someone like Henri gives you credit for what you've written, I can't tell you how amazing it is. I got to talk to him just a little while ago, actually, and thank you, Henri. You made my day, and I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for that phone call. We had amazing CBS, that's Comic Book School, 8-page challenge number 2 kickoff show last night, where we announced the theme. I want you to be part of this, and I'm going to give you a little hint here. Okay, here you go. I'm going to show you something. I left this up here just for that. If you're serious about creating comics, you're watching this show right now, you're part of it, you're seeing what we're doing, I want you to go over to the actual floor. So go to, and you can find this by going to comicbookadvocates.com. It'll take you right to our virtual floor. And I want you to go all the way towards the bottom. Okay. Here we go. And I want you to see that I've put this. Here we go. There's Comic Book School right there. Here it is, the Comic Book School forums. I want you to join this. If you're serious about creating comics, especially if you're new. By the way, if you're a new artist looking for credits, I have a story that I want created for this next challenge. And we'll talk about the challenge just a little more in 1 second. I'll even play a video for you about mine. But I'm looking to team up with a new artist. Why a new artist? Why am I pushing the idea that I need a new artist? It's really simple. That's what Comic Book School is. It's about bringing together creators who are working together to try to bring something. Hold on, I was told there might be an audio issue. I hope not, but let me see. Our newswire on Monday, including the fact that we actually created a local. It is creators who are working together to try to bring. I don't hear it on my end. Hopefully, it's not screwed up. I'm going to power through and finish the show. And hopefully I can be heard, and hopefully it's just an internet thing. I apologize if there's some audio stuff. Unfortunately, you can't hear yourself when you're on the show. I should probably actually try to put this in my ear, but then I'll start talking about the things that are in my ear. You know how it is. I apologize if there's any audio stuff. But yeah, Comic Book School is definitely where it's happening. If you're a new creator, it's time to become part of this. If you're an established creator coming on to help other creators make their creations come true, it's like what we're doing to Continuum at a very basic level. These books will be given out. This is about just creating. There's no profit in it, but there is a credits thing. So you can be part of something that, I mean, Buddy Scalera is behind this, and he just joined our not only is he in the Spirit Hall of Fame, but Buddy is now also part, and he told me to add him yesterday after the meeting. He's now part of this, and there's Henri too, who I'm going to be on with today. Buddy's amazing. He's worked in Wizard Magazine, Marvel Comics, DC Comics. This is an industry legend. He's going to be a legend, and to me, he already is. And if you want to be part of something that is important, this is it. This is your moment. Especially if you're a new creator, I can't stress enough. If you're a new creator, this is your doorway in. And right now, you can download the first one we did, despite 2020, we came out with this book, and in 21, we have the Panel 2 anthology. So we're going to keep it going. There's a new theme. You're going to have to join the groups to the, and I'll show you how they look this year. There was a huge upgrade due to the tech to make it more user-friendly. So I want you to go over here, and this is how it looks. I might not be signed in, so you guys are going to get looked from it from the outside scene view. And here, main forum, Comic Book School, and you can go over here to the forums. See, you got the 8-page challenge, which is completed. Here's the second 8-page challenge in our main forums. So check it out today. Be part of this amazing adventure of creation and become part of the creative army and get your copy today of Creator Connection Panel 1 Anthology. It's a free download on 144 pages found at comicbookschool.com. And I'm going to take a quick bump here to play you guys my video, and hopefully the audio is resolving itself if there was an issue. And this was my creative journey, part 1. My name is Mr. Anderson. I'm known as the Comics Advocate and Uncanny Devil. But more importantly, before all that began, I was just a creator trying to find my way. And thanks to Comic Book School, I did find my way. Check out my creative journey, see the roadblocks that I had, how Comic Book School inspired me, and all the great art brought to life by all these amazing creators who joined me on this creative journey. This is my answer to the 8-page challenge, and I hope it inspires your creative journey, and I hope it inspires you to take the next 8-page challenge. And don't forget that right now the ICAs are now in voting process. That's right. Who will you, the fans, choose to win an award? ICA 2020, well, that's all up to you. Go over to our group, go to Facebook, just type in Independent Creator Awards. And remember, this year, Independent Creator Awards also has a double meaning for C. It's the Independent Comic Awards as well. So we combine the two. The C has a double meaning this year. So you will see that reflected going forward. So they are the ICA with the C being to the second power. And we're moving on to Tuesday's Market Watch. This is all the news coming off the wire from our CNW Tuesday Wire. All right. Remember that we're looking for help. If you want to be an anchor, a reporter, an editor, an artist, or a reviewer, come work with us and help spread the word of comic books, especially from independent creators. Just send us an email at comicsnewswire@yahoo.com to join the team and tell us what you want to offer to make the industry more interesting. And that's Comics, COMIX. All right, so this is DC joins with Ozzy Osbourne, Megadeth, and more for Dark Knight's Death Metal Band Edition. Take my money. Oh my, Ozzy Osbourne? Yeah, I've seen Ozzy in concert. That's something I need to own now, definitely. And by the way, that was brought to us by DCComics.com directly. From Raj Mahan, we have The Hybrids Killing Field Part 1 28-day event. He says, fixed to go live. 2 pages by yours truly and Jim O'Reilly. Please check it out. And congratulations for Luke again for getting that 1-day funding under his belt so he can move on to the stretch goals. I've seen the stretch goals. Pretty amazing stuff. We have a preview from Flickering Myth from Transformers Beast Wars #1. Check out the preview and see why you need to get a copy today. It's Black History Month. That's right. We're on our 2nd day of Black History Month. And over at DC Comics, The History of Bumblebee, DC's first African-American superhero. And I didn't even know this until this morning. I'd known about her. I didn't realize she was the first. Pretty exciting stuff. Take a minute, review that, learn your history about comics, and celebrate Black History Month by telling us all the different stories that we should be covering and letting people know about. This is from Matt Campbell over at Comic Book Related Magnus, who's giving away a deluxe hardback to one lucky person for just signing up to the email list for our upcoming Kickstarter campaign. And not only that, but you guys win the ability to be on that email list, and it's guaranteed. You guys can get all the updates from this amazing looking project. And let's see. Nope, still not playing. For some reason, Facebook won't be doing it. Won't allow us to play the videos lately. So, in a dark fantasy world where it's World War I and the folklore are among us, and the Fey folk are among us, a Scottish soldier, a sultry super spy, and a colorful cast of characters fight for their lives against vampires and demons. Again, what a great elevator pitch. Here we go from Jen Bartel. She pays tribute to the women of Marvel in these stylish new covers. You can check that out over at marvel.com. Elizabeth Olsen had to fight to get a comic-accurate costume in WandaVision. That's right. She actually, and I love this about her, she wanted to make sure she represented the character and fully embraced it. She reveals how she insisted that she wanted the original comic book costume to be worn in WandaVision, and she pulled it off quite well, I must say. From our friend Mike Jimmy Lorte de Bern. He's 29% of the way there, 12 days to go. He ain't giving up yet since we're moving to the IGG after this campaign. If we make it or not, I'm just starting this one up slowly. And let's see. But surely, too. So check out the life on Cobra. And I mean, if you can't get it now, you'll be able to get it on Indiegogo, it sounds like. So this is interesting. If you're a Big Bang Theory fan, Mayim Bialik, I know I'm saying that last name wrong, talks flash facts in the official book trailer released today. So this is an interesting thing coming from DC Comics. They're giving you flash facts. What does that mean? Well, you're going to have to figure it out by going to dccomics.com, clicking on the link, and seeing what's up. There's Sam gave us a weather report. No, I'm just kidding. He said he talked about his Kickstarter, and he says, thank you for watching. If you make a pledge today at the dentist level using I Am Crazy, you will get an additional signed pinup by me. Not by me, but by Sam. There's the Kickstarter link now. And we have from Marvel.com the top 5 moments of the X of Swords status. So check it out. Definitely an interesting event. It has definitely changed the X-Men a little bit. We're going to definitely feel the effects of it for a while. And there's an excitement, which as an X-Men fan, I'm so happy to hear that people are now excited about the X books finally once again. Hey, Mike James is in the house. What's going on, Mike? Don't miss out on this fantastic piece. Get yours by signing up for the Embrace mailing list below. The final piece will be covered by Sigmund Torre. Check that out now. Ooh. Jim O'Reilly, and we have something down here to add to it. Jim O'Reilly did a fantastic pinup for this Embrace. If you want to be able to get this badass pinup for free with your purchase of a physical tier of the Embrace, be sure to sign up for the mailing list below. The final version will be colored by, what do I feel like we didn't get that? Yeah, it was different than the top. All right, colored by Sigmund Torre as well. So you have to, it's not free art. You have to back the campaign and be on the mailing list, and then you get the free art. Not too much to ask for. Future State Harley Quinn #2. I never did like masks. Coming to us from ComicWatch.com. She says, you could make this really easy on yourself, Crow. I mean, Kane. Sorry, Freudian slip, which, in case you don't know, is when someone vocalizes their subconscious feelings. And Harley Quinn is clowning someone for certain. So check that out today over at ComicWatch.com. We have a preview for Star Wars Adventures #3. This is from IDW, who dwells into some of the most iconic moments in the Marvel history this week with the launch of a new Marvel Action ongoing series. So IDW and Marvel are continuing their team up, it seems. Check out more about this story over at Flickering Myth. And from, I want to get their name right, so we're going to open it up on the big screen. So I don't think it came over. All right, so from Tom Sakan, he gives us these Indiegogo projects, which are Bonds, Supervillain Anonymous, Death Row Racer, The Ace, Evil Matter, Conscript, and Hybrids, The Killing Fields. And he's been doing this for a few weeks. Pretty awesome. I don't see anyone else doing this with anyone else's project. Outside of Backer Paws, sadly, a lot of people don't help out with crowdfunding campaigns in these ways. So hats off to Tom for what he's doing. Heroes Reborn covers revealed. We actually got the video for you right here. I don't know why it came out so small. I can try to figure out how to make it bigger later, maybe. But you could always go to Marvel.com and see the full video. And check out the Marvel Universe, created with the idea that there never were Avengers. So check out Heroes Reborn coming up soon. Of course, I told you about the Continuum already, but make sure that you go to the Enter the Continuum Kickstarter page right now. Just actually type in Enter the Continuum, and it should. Let's actually check that out. Let's go to Kickstarter. We'll take a minute. I'm gonna quickly check out a theory of mine. So if you go. Here we go. Go to your search up top right corner. Go Enter the Continuum. Let's see if it pops up. Oh, man. Did I spell it wrong? That could be my spelling. Let's see. Oh, maybe it doesn't show it when it's. Oh, that stinks. All right, so, oops, you guys are seeing the background of this. Let's see. I should have had this. See, I should have had this already done for you guys. So we have 8 active people following it, which isn't bad considering we just launched this the other day. Here it is. I'm not sure why it doesn't show it on the search. I'm kind of disappointed by that. I wonder if it's, and this was the theory, I wonder if it's because we are not live yet. So I'm going to try it one more time just so we know. And if not, I'll have it on my social media today. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't show it. So I'll make sure. As a matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll put it on Twitter right now, and I'll see what Twitter does with it. So what I'll do is I'll take a quick bump while I put it on Twitter. If you guys don't know what our Twitter is, my feelings are a little honestly hurt. But our Twitter is the COMiX Newswire. As a matter of fact, I'm already done, so we won't even have to take that bump. We're going to be able to go right back onto the next part of our news. But it's now part of our Twitter. You guys can find it on our Twitter feed. And I'll make sure to get it into the newsroom for the Tuesday. Oh, actually, I'll put it in the COMiX Market Watch on our page and in Tuesday. We'll double up. Make sure we get it right. All right, so let's finish off the rest of today's news. We have the Reapers that's also joining us, by the way, in the continuum. That's on our actual site that we're on right now. That's comicbookadvocates.com. And check out Meredith and C. Michael Lanning's great project. I'm so amazed by this, so excited about it. I can't wait to talk to you guys about it more. That's why it's so important that you join me this Thursday at 11 a.m. as we talk about what's going on and how you can be part of it. And that's it, guys. We've brought you all the news you need to know. Tomorrow, you guys are going to know what amazing backer perks there are and crowdfunders to back. We're going to check that out. And of course, we're going to have our guest pick the crowdfunder to back. Wow, I'm tripping on my words now. I apologize for that. So Backer Pause goes live at 11 a.m. and then join us on Thursday for that special. We're going to talk all about Enter the Continuum, and we're getting close to the launch date. We're just 12 days away. But with that, I'm out of here. I've given you the news you need to know for the day. And for now, I'm going to let you guys go off and do your thing and make sure to tag me in all the news that you find out. Until we meet again on Friday. Friday, we'll do our week ended with our main anchor, C. Lanning, and co-anchored by Meredith. And I'll be there as your vocal announcer. All right, enough stalling. We're out of here. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you all tune in today at 4 p.m. Check out me hanging out with Henri, talking about Barbara Unleashed and all the other projects I have going on. I will talk to you all later today, either on You're Not Alone or on Henri's show at 4 p.m. I'll make sure to share that on my feed as well once it goes live. So that's it. We're out of here. Talk to you all later. Have a great day.